السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اعذروني بتكلم باللغة الإنجليزية لأن أكثر الموجودين لا يجدون اللغة العربية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear guest, thank you for joining with us to celebrate the Al Habtoor Group 40th anniversary. I feel truly blessed to be surrounded by so many friends, associates, and colleagues this evening. If someone had told me 40 years ago that modest construction company I fought with my dear friend, brother Riyaz Sadiq would become what Al Habtoor Group is today, I would not have believed them. They say experience is hard teacher because she gives the taste first and the lesson afterward. That was certainly true in my case. As a young man, I was a business-oriented and driven by the need to take care of my own expanded family. Thankfully, during those simple, uncomplicated times, I was privileged to have an inspirational mentor. At the time when the late Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum was working more than 16 hours a day in Dubai development, he never failed to offer his encouragement and moral support. He was a man who you could not help but love and admire. I will always be grateful to Sheikh Rashid for entrusting us with several important projects when there were so many international construction companies around with far more experience. It was unthinkable to let him down, and we did not. Recently, during the financial crisis, which, by the way, I call it Judgment Day, it was the spirit of Sheikh Rashid that inspired me to lead my team during those very difficult times. Looking back, I believe this crisis was a blessing in disguise. Our group emerged strong financially, healthier, and more successful. I was recently asked whether I think young people have it easier nowadays, and I know I don't think they do. It is true that youngsters here enjoy material, comfort, and there is so much more for them to do in terms of leisure. But the 21st century is demanding. Life has never been as complex or as competitive as it is now when the world has become a global village. Their challenges were not ours. This is why I was determined that my own children would receive the best education and discipline. Sadly, not all children have the same opportunity. Many struggle against the ravages of poverty. Some have been victims of natural disaster or conflict. Others are born physically or mentally challenged. I believe that we all have responsibility to help children in disaster everywhere, in distress everywhere, according to our means. For many deprived, children education is a way out of their misery. It enables them to support themselves and achieve a measure of independence. Ignorance can often translate to evil. Knowledge is power. This belief was the motivation behind the launching of our campaign to assist the Red Crescent effort to educate children with special needs. With the wealth comes the responsibility. I have been particularly fortunate in the respect, and now I feel it is time to give back. Sheikh Zayed, the father of our nation, was right when he said, It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least an equal amount of what he takes out of it. Putting back or giving should be without any discrimination based on nationality, race, sex, religious beliefs, class, or political opinions. I would call on everyone present today to help change life with a donation to her favorite charity or to someone you know is in need. It does not matter how large or small the sum involved because every little counts. If you are unable to donate cash, you can give something just as precious, your time. Together, we can make a difference. Finally, I would like to thank Riyadh Sadiq for his faith in joining his hands with mine, when we had nothing, and for his commitment to excellence over the years. Thanks also to my long-time advisors and directors on whose wisdom I rely, and to all our loyal staff who have stayed with us through thick and thin since beginning. My appreciation also goes to all our business partners and to everyone who has contributed to making the Al Habtoor Group successful. Without you, I would be standing before you today. Once again, thank you for sharing this special day with us. يحفظكم الله جميعا, and may Allah bless you all. Thank you very much. شكرا.